Going on a bear hunt. We're gonna catch a big one. We're not scared. Hey, anyone else remember that? Am I making anyone else nervous with my glass of wine? Is that wild? I'm currently roasting a lamb in the oven. Oh, sorry, how dare I jump right into this? Hi hotties. I'm currently roasting a lamb, and the recipe called for just enough wine that I had left, where I had this left in the bottle. So I had no choice. I had no choice but to drink the rest. I probably had multiple other choices now that I think about it, but I thought it'd be quite fun. How's everyone going? Sorry, I'm gonna try and not like dunk the freaking microphone into the glass of wine, but no promises. Sip break. This is a lovely Sangiovese from the region of Northeast Victoria, and if I were to describe it in one word, I would say scrumptious. Scrumptious. God, you'd think I'd already had like 4 glasses of this. Anyway, I apologise deeply for missing last week. It's inexcusable. It's disgusting behaviour, and I would say it won't happen again, but it probably will. My fault, though, was assuming that no one would notice nor care, but I did get a DM from someone saying, I know you're really busy, but post the fucking video. Shout out to you, Queen. I love that I come across as approachable as for you to do that, which I am. I thoroughly enjoyed the DM, but it was very funny. I feel like I avoided doing a video last week because I got so busy, and then I was like, oh, I'm not going to do it. What I should have done was just sat down and like, even if I had done like a 5-minute video, that would have been better than doing none at all, which is what is like, that's what I should have done. And that's what I have decided to do here today. Again, I'm like super busy this week, but I was like, let me just do a quick video rather than no video at all. That also, and do you know what? This is probably not even going to end up being quick. That's the crazy thing, is this is also how I have been like low-key parenting myself recently, is just telling myself, just do it and then perfect it later, or like just start it and finish it later. I put so much pressure on myself to like, if I do something, not to do it perfect. I've never been a perfectionist at all, but if I'm going to do something, I want to do it to the best of my ability. And if I know that I won't be able to give it 100% effort, then I don't bother doing it at all. That's just because we've always been taught, like, even if it's not perfect, just try your best and but sometimes you can't try your best, respectfully. Sometimes you can't give it all of the attention and time it deserves. That being said, sometimes you should just like get it started, get the ball rolling, because this video will prove that if I at least like force myself to sit down and start something, I'm going to end up doing it to the best of my abilities anyway, because especially something like this, I just get carried away and I enjoy this. Like, I need to stop complaining, being like, I was way too busy to sit down and talk to a camera for 20 minutes. But that being said, I feel like this will get easier, where I can just slot it into a 20-minute period in my day. But as I'm like new to this video format, I still like having my full notes down and like knowing what I'm going to say, because I low-key don't trust myself to fully improv a 20-minute video. Sorry, call me crazy. But yeah, that's lesson for the week. Produce it now, perfect it later. I feel like I got that off of TikTok. Sip break. Delish. Okay, today I was in a car wash, not the type where you like go through the drive-through thing. It's the type where you like get out of your car and go and sit inside while they do like a full internal external vibe. I love those ones. That's my bread and butter. I will do a DIY like drive through one from time to time, but like when I really want to get in there and get it done properly, I'm not someone who vacuums my own car. No, sorry ladies. I prefer to spend my money on getting someone else to vacuum my car for me, because a couple of reasons. I feel like I wouldn't be able to vacuum my car effectively. I feel like I'd also get bored before I do a proper job at it, and I'd rather just like get it done properly within a 20-minute period than trying to do it for 2 hours and it not being done properly. Oh my God, look at me. I'm already talking about how I don't want to do things unless I'm going to fully do them properly. Lol, I just spoke about how we shouldn't do that. Anyway, sip break. But I was at the car wash, and the part where you like sit down, it's like a little cafe vibe, and it was a nice sunny day, so everyone was outside. I for some reason sat inside, and I was sitting there, completely empty room, everyone else was outside. This man who was in between the ages of middle-aged and older comes and sits down directly next to me. Like the cafe tables, you know how cafe tables are quite close together? There's an entire room of empty tables, and this man felt the need to also, I'm in a booth seat as well. He fucking sits down right next to me, and the reason I'm telling you this story is because he didn't do anything that we have been taught to view as inherently creepy. Like, he just sat down way too close. Like, it's not even like he was like in my bubble. It's just like he didn't have the self-awareness, I guess, to be like, let me just give at least one table gap between me and this girl. And yeah, the reason I tell you is because he didn't do anything creepy, but my mum always taught me, you do not have to worry about men's feelings. Sorry, safety first. We don't have to fucking give a fuck about men's feelings. The old me would have literally, at one point in my life, stayed sitting there, feeling uncomfortable, potentially put myself in danger. I know it sounds dramatic that I'm like, put myself in danger, but I don't know what this man's going to do. I don't know what his intentions are. Why would I sit here and assume what a fucking middle-aged man is going to do to me? Anyway, instead of sitting there and waiting and being like, okay, well, I'm uncomfortable and I will move, but let me just like sit here for a little bit longer so that he doesn't think that I'm moving away because he's sat next to me. No. I immediately got up. Immediately. I wish I could have gotten up faster. Like, so suddenly, I like stood up and just went and sat outside. And I immediately felt so much safer. I also felt safer in myself for future situations, to know that I have the capacity to move and act immediately. Because a few months ago, something happened to me. I won't be vague. I'll tell you exactly what happened. I was doing a walk around near my house, and it's like a very popular walking track. And I was walking along, lots of people around. This man started taking photos, and it was so weird. It was such a weird experience because like I sensed something was off. So I turned around, which is so strange. Like why the fuck? Like I usually just walk this full lap and then I go home. But like for some reason I felt like something was off. So I turned around and saw this man taking photos of what I initially thought was the like space behind me, like, oh, beautiful sunset or something. So then I turned back around to look at what he's taking photos of. Nothing of note was behind me. Like it was just like literal like trees, like nothing pretty, nothing like worth taking a photo of. So I turned back to him and I was like, oh, okay, maybe he is taking photos of something behind me. Okay, let me quickly move out of the way. So then I move out of the way and his camera follows me. And then I move again, camera continues to follow me. So then I completely change directions and I like create like a, what's it called? Like a wide berth around him to go past him, and his camera follows me, and I went back and forward twice, and he continued to be seemingly like filming me or taking photos of me or something. I'd never experienced anything remotely similar to this, so I low-key freaked out a bit and like cried. in the pharmacy and called my little brother, who luckily also lives close, and he came and got me and then walked me home. But what annoyed me in the weeks after was how I didn't do anything about it. I didn't say anything to him. I didn't stand up for myself. And it annoyed me, and it made me feel quite unsafe when it came to catching the train home from the city every week. I was like, oh, well, what if something happens? Like, I know now that my reaction is to not do anything or not say anything. And then with some therapy, I learned to have these tools to, in fact, do something and say something. But I feel like that's a very common reaction to situations like this, because we are so fucking frequently taught not to be rude, not to say anything, not to make people uncomfortable, not to hurt people's feelings. Like, we always have to be polite girls and good and well mannered and yada yada yada. But not when it comes to our safety. And no one ever gives us that talk until we're post-pubescent and it's actually a threat, or what they deem to actually be a threat, because, pre-pubescent, we're also in danger, but no one tells us about these safety issues and how being polite can put you in unsafe situations. So anyway, that being said, thank you, Lisa, for always teaching me to not care about men's feelings. And also that situation that I had on my walk with someone taking photos of me, I then was able to take those feelings of guilt and frustration at my own reaction and make a change, so that in situations like today with a guy sitting too close to me, I actually was able to move. And look, the reality is he probably wasn't going to do anything, or he wasn't trying to make me uncomfortable, or he wasn't going to even engage with me. But it's just the experience of I was uncomfortable and feeling awkward, and I immediately did something about it. Very liberating. It was nice to know that without having to sit there and think about it and process it, I was able to just make a move for my own comfort and safety. I hope everyone thoroughly enjoyed their Valentine's Day. I know I did. I did Valentine's Day in the vlog and showed how Sam and I went to a little tiny house, and it was really fun and romantic. And I realized that I'm much more open about sharing details about my relationship on here than I am on TikTok, because I feel like this space is very true community, and the only people that really watch these videos or are going to get this far into a video of me just sitting here talking are going to be the girlies. And so the girls and the gays, I should say, actually. But the straight men who are going to have negative things to say about my partner are not going to be in the comment section of this video. They're not going to be getting this far into this YouTube video. So yeah, I've definitely realized that I don't really share any details about him on TikTok, because it's just too easy. The video format is so short that people, and what is it about TikTok that just the comments are just quite ridiculous. Instagram Reels is the same. I think it's the length of the content and the format of the content is that it's short form, so people can quickly watch and get a real gauge for what the video is and then make their stupid little comments. But oh my god, when one of my videos on TikTok gets on the wrong page and gets fed to the straight men, death to my ego and my self-confidence. Not really, because I don't really give a fuck what they think, but it does make me feel uncomfortable and unsafe that they even get to perceive me. TikTok really should have some sort of feature where I can ban a whole gender from viewing my stuff. And it makes me feel sad, because I know the gay boys wouldn't be able to see my stuff, but maybe it'd be worth it. I don't know. We got to figure that out. Let's figure that out. New app alert, new app idea. Girls and gays social media only. Everyone's social media account should have to be linked to a legal government ID. And when they comment fucked shit, I should be able to contact their place of work. Do not bark. Oh my God, I can see her. She's in her bed. She's not up here this time because the sun's not out. She only cares to be up here when the sun's out. I have a new obsession. And this is going to be one of my favourites that I'm going to end on. I feel like I haven't covered many topics, but again, we're going to make it a simple video because it's better than nothing. One of my favourites currently is Slushy Noobs on YouTube. I've been following them on TikTok for a while and like always love their like fan edits and their like the clips and stuff. But I've actually started watching their YouTube videos and now subscribed. Obsessed. They're called Slushy Noobs. And they are so funny. They're just like very like my type of humour, my family's type of humour. Like they very much remind me of my brothers a bit. And I just like love them so much. So do yourself a favour and watch their videos. They just do vlogs, like random vlogs as well. Let's check my phone because it's like vibrating and I feel like it's... Oh my God, amazing. It's just a work thing. Great. Just getting content approved, which feels amazing. No changes needed. Anyway, yes. Subscribe to Slushy Noobs. Another favourite of mine. Oh, I'm going to throw it in. I've been discussing it a lot elsewhere, like in the vlogs and also on TikTok. But the cookbook From Salt to Jam. Who's it by? Oh my God, my Googling hand is filled with Sangiovese. Okay, so the cookbook is called From Salt to Jam, and it is by Katrina Maynick. It is an incredible cookbook, and if you're interested in getting into cooking, From Salt to Jam is going to be your best bet. Sam said, I suggested buying this cookbook for one of my friends who's trying to get into cooking, and Sam was like, it's a little bit of a difficult recipe book. I have to disagree. I think that, like, one, if you follow, like, it's a recipe. Like, you just follow it step by step. I don't really know. Am I being, like, really oblivious to thinking, like, how could you fuck up a recipe? Ooh, I actually feel like that's an unpopular opinion. I feel like a lot of people could be like, well, actually, if you don't know, fair enough. Maybe I'm too good at cooking, so I just think like, oh, how could you fuck up a recipe? Anyway, Salt to Jam, highly recommend. It's really cool. You like, it gives you a recipe for a sauce or like a dressing or like a caramel or something, and then it'll give you like 5 recipes to do with that sauce. So it's really cool. You make a big batch of this sauce, and then throughout the week you can make like 3 different meals with the sauce, and each meal gives you so many servings as well, so you get lots for meal prep and stuff. My third fave, pretty boring, but I hate giving like products as faves because like, I mean, fresh flowers as a concept, but I am going to say my third fave is the Strange Luxury skincare products. I got a brand deal with them, so like I made content for them and they sent me the products, but I did have like lots of skin issues, and then they sent me the products, and then I was like, let me just like really give this a crack. So I only used their products for 2 weeks. Every night did the full skincare routine, nothing else, and my skin improved so drastically. And it wasn't just that my acne cleared, it was that the evenness of my skin tone and like I developed this glow and this like dewiness to my skin. And I actually got 2 whole TikTok comments. 2. Read and weep. That's 2 TikTok comments saying that my skin was really beautiful and moisturized. So yeah, I will be saying that that's one of my faves. My 3rd fave. And with that, a biento. Au revoir. Hope everyone has a lovely week. I'll see you on Sunday with the vlog. I think I might actually have a really fun vlog for this weekend because I just checked my notifications before and I've been invited to a lunch that will turn into a massive night out. After last weekend, I was like, I'm never going out again because I actually went to bed at 6 a.m. Yeah, on Saturday night. Yeah, 6 a.m. Sunday morning was when I crawled into bed. Stupid. Why did I do that? Anyway, I vowed to have a dry weekend. That's not going to happen though, is it? No. It's just too much fun. All right. Love you hotties lots. Thank you for listening along. I really, really appreciate all of the support. It's been really nice to just develop a relationship with you guys. I feel like these videos have really allowed you guys to get to know me more, and therefore you guys have been messaging me, which lets me get to know you guys more. And it's really nice, like what I talked about last week, like it is such a community. So I really love it. I love the hotties. So good. Okay, love you guys. Goodbye.